Hi guys, it's Lana, and as you know, this is the Second Breakfast Club. So really quickly, I want to do an introduction to this series I'm about to do with my dad. I'm going to slap this at the beginning of every video in the series, so if you've already seen it, feel free to skip ahead. If not, please listen, just to help kind of clarify what we're going to be doing here. So as a lot of you know, Bangtan universe is basically solved at this point. There are webtoons coming out, there's novels coming out. The purpose of this series is not to solve the story. I'm not going to be telling my dad anything that won't help understand basic symbolisms. Like I'll tell him what the Demian book is when we get into the Wings short films because that's, you know, important. But I'm not going into deep theories. He's probably not going to get deep into every individual character or anything. I just wanted to see what this story looks like to fresh eyes, like eyes that have really never followed BTS or studied BTS, eyes that know mostly like literary symbolism and artistic composition, and just get his fresh, honest take on this. So with that in mind, I just want to make sure that when you leave comments or talk about this video that you consider what the actual goal is. I know in the past when we've done similar things, we've gotten feedback like, oh, you didn't talk about this book or you didn't talk about this thing. That's not the point here. The point is just fresh eyes. So don't go into this expecting anything intense. If you want more in-depth stuff, you can watch my actual theory videos. Although again, it's pretty much solved at this point, which is why I'm still unsure if we're even going to do the highlight reels and beyond, because that's on the webtoon. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this series, and I hope that it gives you a fresh perspective on things. It certainly was nice for me to go back and experiencing things for the first time almost again. It's really lovely. So enjoy and have fun.
Alright guys, we're on to Stigma, which is one that I think is a lot of people's favorite, so I'm excited to see how you interpret it. This one is starring V. He's the one who was drowning, the one who jumped, the one who stabbed that guy, the one who graffitis. I would consider him one of the two main characters of this story.
Okay.
Because he's in a lot of stuff you've already seen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to give you going into this. That's who this is. This one is, it's good. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
It was the first fissure in the columns that had upheld my childhood, which every individual must destroy before he can become himself. Such fissure and rents grow together again, heal and are forgotten. But in the most secret recesses, they continue to leave and plead.
It's my favorite quote of all the films. I love that transition. So name Kim Tae-yeon. So age 21. They're laying it. You guys are seeing it. They're layering it weird.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, my sister. 숨겨도 감춰도 지워지지 않아. So cry, please dry my eyes. 저같이 내 죄를 비춰줘. 죽을 것만 같아. 그 벌을 받게 해줘. 죄를 사해줘. 전원 동원해주세요.
All right.
Okay.
Much more linear than the others.
Yes, it is. And basically, obviously the stigma he has is he feels guilty for what happened to his sister from his parents. Because he feels that somehow he should have been able to prevent some of it or prevent it. And so he's feeling guilty, but it's feeling like he can't pay for it. He can't do anything. You know, no matter how guilty he is, he wants somehow to pay for it or make restitution or do something, and he's stuck because he feels like he has this stigma put onto him by his parents that he can't get past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it also explains his actions a lot more in the earlier videos.
It does. Basically, it appears that he saw his parents as drunks who were out of control and damaged him and his sister.
Yeah, and just his dad.
Just his
I'll
dad.
say. There's no mother.
Yeah, yeah. But at the beginning, when it talked about who
in the
built
quote.
it up, in
Yeah.
the quote, it's parents.
Well, he said.
Typically, when the father does something like that, and they do nothing with the mother, sometimes in the mind of the child, the mother should have done something.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So the mother gets blamed just as much as the person who actually perpetrated it.
Yeah.
Because the mother didn't stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was why I would say parents, plural.
Yeah.
It's really hard for a child to split the two up.
Yeah, and I think there's a case to back that up. Because now that you've said your interpretation, I mean, obviously in I Need You, it's his dad he killed for beating up his sister. In prologue, when he's laying on the mattress, he turns and looks at a picture, and it's a mother and a small child, and he crumples it in his hand.
Right.
And then also in his eye, once he gets hit here, it's a mother holding a baby. So I think you're right on in that there's very conflicted feelings about his mom, too. Right. Even though through this whole story, there's no sign of her. Like,
well, but that's the key. If he didn't blame her at all, he'd be picturing her as a victim also. Mm-hmm. But he only saw the sister as the victim, which places the mom in the limbo land of, she should have done something.
Yeah, she should have.
She didn't do it, but she should have stopped it.
Yeah, either she should have stopped it, or if she left as a child, she should have been there, or if she,
In the same way.
Or if she died even, sometimes people have guilt of, like,
yeah, but
that.
He's blaming himself when he didn't do it because he didn't stop it. So he's going to probably put a lot of that same blame on his mother.
Exactly. And also, like, acting out, begging someone, punish me, like...
I wish I could take it instead of her.
Yeah.
I wish I could have taken that beating for her.
Yeah, so I'm going to beat myself up now. To
try to pay some penalty.
Because she suffered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry if I talked over you there.
No,
I'm
that's
agreeing with what you're saying.
That's all right, and that's why the slash through the picture is his violence that either he did or wished he could do, depends on whether it's metaphorical or not.
Yeah, you're kind of right on.
Okay.
All right. What do you guys think? I'm so happy to be able to do these with you now because I obviously never got to react to them with you, so I'm curious about your thoughts. I think since everybody watching this probably knows the whole story, I think Stigma is really powerful in context too.
But not knowing their real background.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'd hate to be the dad.
Oh yeah,
because
B's dad.
Because if it was made up for this
Yeah.
instead of something that he's really
Well, especially
doing,
since
I'd be afraid.
well, especially since all the solo songs, the individual members either wrote and composed themselves or had a big hand in them.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you'd be like, my kid wrote this.
Yeah, and now my neighbors want to kill me.
Right. I mean, thankfully, from what we know, like what we have seen, he and especially his dad are very close. But I know exactly what you mean. That
Right.
fear of, oh no.
Yeah, I can imagine, she writes something like that showing me as a drunken person
Right.
beating her up, and then going to church the next week and say, yeah, we saw that with your daughter.
Right. Thankfully, it's obviously a story.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I've actually thought that before about some things.
Okay.
But yeah, tell us what you think about it. We're going to move on to the next video, which is interesting because the song the next video is based on, you've reacted to. So, that's First Love, guys. And we're going to see where that goes. You can watch on Patreon now or wait a week. Right? So, until next time.
Live long and prosper. Let's see. This way?
Yes.
This way. Oh, live long and prosper.
Also, like, comment, and subscribe to both of us.
Bye.
Bye.